Yeah, one of the first questions I'm going to ask you is, what was the biggest surprise that for you guys?
The biggest surprise about
The retreat.
the retreat?
Yeah.
For me, the biggest surprise was how much we fell in love with our retreat, our mentor couples.
Yeah, yeah.
I'd say the connection
Yeah.
was pretty immediate, that we were able to feel comfortable with them, and just that they would just be so enjoyable to be around and not make it feel awkward with weird questions, and we just connected right away. So I think that was really special, and I guess a surprise. I think we knew that.
Yeah, it was a surprise to me because here you are, you'd never met these people before, and all of a sudden you're supposed to live with them for a week. And it never felt awkward once. They were just so great at making us feel at home and cared for and loved, and as if we knew them already.
Yeah. It was a little surprising hard to not be able to play a role in the cooking and the cleaning and the prepping and all of that. That was really hard for me to just kind of sit back and relax and let them do everything. I was surprised how hard that was for me to just not play any part in that.
The other thing I realized I was surprised about, I didn't realize how tired I was. I actually slept a lot while we were there, and I just didn't think I was that tired, and then I realized I'm really tired.
What do you think the long-term effect might be? I mean, you guys are, a couple weeks post the retreat. Any thoughts on that?
I think for us the timing was just perfect, with having 2 toddlers at home and a third baby coming in just a few short weeks. So for us, I think having that time together for 6 days straight without interruptions of little ones was just so perfect, and it didn't feel like real life because of the busyness and the season that we're in right now. We were just, I think, just that memory that we'll have in that lasting time of the connection that we were able to have before this third child is coming. I think that's pretty special.
Yeah. I'd say for me, post-trip, I still think about the conversations we had with Travis and Carol, and the things that we talked about at going through our packet, and the conversations that came out of doing the packet, and learning about our strengths, reminding each other about our strengths, and then also the areas of our marriage that are doing well and the areas of our marriage that could use work. I still constantly I've been thinking about those conversations and how I can continue to work on that. So that's been huge for me in terms of post-trip, post-retreat. Those conversations are still etched deep into me. Yeah.
How about private alone time? Were you guys allowed to do that? Did you feel being watched, or did you feel that you could get away and relate to each other?
Yeah, definitely. I think that they gave us the space that we needed, but then were there to be companions as well. But I think we definitely felt like we had enough time to be alone and to connect and to have conversations outside of our conversations as 2 couples together. Especially in the evenings, just getting back to our room and spending that time together. And
Yeah.
What's it mean to you guys to know that you now have a new lifelong friend that you are going to be able to call on when you need him?
For me, it's been great. Actually, Travis and I text back and forth pretty often, and so it's nice to just know, hey, he's thinking about me. Hey, how's the week going? To have someone asking me those questions and them not being in my immediate circle here. It's been really refreshing and really nice to know that they're praying for us, knowing the struggles and the things that we're going through in terms of a family and adding kids, and then the pressures of work as being a pastor, and so that's really, really helpful.
I think it's nice to have a safe spot even just outside our circle of our church. And we don't have very many close friends or even like accountability or anything like that, like outside of our church community. So I think that's unique that we have these friends now that we can call on and tell them about a situation that maybe we wouldn't normally discuss with someone within our church body, and that they're there for us to support us and pray for us and encourage us through that.
What was your favorite part of the retreat?
The whole thing. The whole thing was my favorite.
Sleeping in
Yeah.
was one of my favorite things.
And the food was incredible.
The food was fun. It was wonderful to be fed 3 wonderful meals a day, and to have those cooked for us and cleaned up for us. We also got a massage. We both got massages, and that was very
incredible.
fun. And we were in a beautiful location, so just going on walks around the lake was really special too. We love being outdoors.
Mm-hmm.
Did you guys do dream storming? Did you have an opportunity to go through that?
Yeah,
Yeah,
we did. She actually spent more time doing it than I did, which isn't normal. Usually,
I finished my dream storm.
Usually she starts anything, and I'll finish everything. I'm really good at finishing, and I didn't do much finishing on this retreat. She did a lot of finishing.
I finally had time and felt like there wasn't as much pressure.
Did you discover anything from those? Anything surprising?
Anything surprising? I think we already knew this about each other from our strengths finders, that we both are big dreamers and futuristic people. So our dreams are something we talk about regularly and something that we're pretty well aware of between the two of us, places we'd like to head and exciting things that we hope God might bring for our family. So I don't think we discovered anything new, but it's just, for us, it's always fun to talk about. And
I think the biggest thing for me was it reminded me to have a timeline for my dreams. So I'm working on a new album, and so I have this date, but I haven't given myself a timeline of how I'm going to finish it. So now I've been able to think about it. How am I going to finish this thing? What days I'm going to work on it? So that's helped.
Putting that into our schedule and into daily practice. Yeah.
Any other takeaway tools that you learned that would help you in as a couple, as a pastor, as a pastor's wife, that you haven't had before that now maybe you have going forward?
My takeaway tool is Travis. I really felt like he understood me, and like that we really thought the same, and he's been through the ringer. He's been doing it for so long, and so I know that whenever I come up with something, butt up against anything, that I'm going to be able to call him and just go, oh yeah, I remember when that happened to me back in whenever, and to know that. It's just nice to know that I'm not going to experience something that no one else hasn't experienced before. So that's the hugest thing for me.
They really encouraged us, and this isn't new per se, but that we would spend at least a few minutes every evening connecting eye to eye, and just going over the day, and like I said, with our busy season of life with little ones right now, that's really hard to do. But that we would just keep that a priority, and that would really, that we know that is so important for us, and just that we would be able to use that tool and be reminded of how important that is. And so we've been working on it.
Yeah. Well, and the other thing that I just remembered is we were able to come up with a vision for our family, kind of a vision statement, like a statement of faith for our family, so to speak, and so we're excited to kind of make it into artwork that we're going to put on the wall. But it really helped us define how the things that we already believe in, that we want, the way we want to raise our kids, the way we want our family to interact and work. We gave words and gave voice to the things that are in our head in terms of how we want to raise our family, and so that was kind of a really neat tool for us to be able to go back and look. This is what we stand for.
And in the future, to be able to point back
Yeah.
and be like, as we're making big life decisions, be like, does that fit?
Mm-hmm.
Does that fit into, you know, our vision, our family values, our goals? And to be able to use that, because it's good to just even get it out on paper and see it.
Cool. What about friends of yours in the ministry? What would you tell them about Standing Stone?
They need to
Go.
go. Yes.
Yeah.
I've been telling my friend Dave, Pastor Dave, he needs to go soon, and so he said that's something I'm working on.
Okay. Any last words that you guys think of?
Thank you, Jim and Debbie, for sending us on this trip and allowing us to be a part of this. It really has. It was huge, especially in the timing of our life and the season of life that we're in, to help us to reorient the goals of our family and the goals of our ministry. It was,
just be refreshed.
to be refreshed. So thank you.
Thank you.